Hey all, it's Rafi, and we started the game today with e4, c6, now d4, and I will play the d5 move, which is the Caro-Kann opening. I'm playing a 10-minute plus 5-second of increment game on Lee Chess here against LSEMEM. Okay, so this is the advanced variation of the Caro-Kann against which I've recently started playing the bishop f5 line, as opposed to the c5 line, which is what I was playing before. And so this is now the main line of the advanced variation. And so because knight f3 has happened, I believe I can just play e6. Excuse me. Okay, so white offers me a trade of bishops right away. I will happily accept that trade, because that's my bad bishop here, with all the pawns being on the light squares. So yeah. Probably 97. Excuse me. I'll follow up with knight e7, knight to g6 or knight f5 will happen. And then, actually, probably I'll play knight f5. And then I'll play queen b6 and I'll play c5 to try to strike at the center. And we're going to do everything we can to make that d4 pawn vulnerable. Excuse me. So oftentimes in the advanced variation, if white can maintain that light square bishop, he usually has a lot of attacking potential. Because anytime there's a pawn on e5, that means that there's no knight on f6, which means that a kingside attack on the pawn h7 becomes a lot more viable. So it's something to watch out for. But here, we've traded off the what do you call it, the light square bishops, and so now I'm headed for maybe even a knight trade with knight h4, for example. And if we can make those couple of trades happen, the position should be hopefully pretty fun to play, honestly. All my pawns are going to be on light squares. I'll have the dark square bishop to play with. And with the knights being traded off, it's not that difficult to to play the position. So I'm just thinking about the position. If I play knight h4, he plays knight g5, h6. Should be all right. If I play knight h4, he'll play knight e1 though. And he'll play f4 next move. Knight h4, knight e1, queen g5, maybe I can try. Then if g3, then knight back to f5 perhaps. Yeah, let's go and try it out. It doesn't hurt. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that knight as well. Excuse me. So he wants to play b4 to really solidify and crack down on this, c5 square. So I'm wondering if I want to go for the f6 break in this case. Bishop e7, b4, castles. I don't know, bishop somewhere. Rook e8, and eventually f6 might be an idea. Okay, let's try it. Let's slowly start preparing the f6 break here. There's also queen b6 followed by queen a6. Might be one idea as well. If he plays b4, by the way, I can play knight b6 followed by knight c4. Okay, so as soon as he does this, now knight b6, and if knight d2, then I have bishop g5. And if bishop g5, then what if f4 happens? Maybe play knight a4 first. Because there's another possibility of playing something like, I don't know, maybe b5 followed by knight b6 and knight c4. Could be an idea. But for now, basically, I'm just kind of tying his queen down to that c4 pawn. C3 pawn. So now should I just go for f5, I think? Because I don't want him to play f5, so yeah. I'm going to go for f5 now. And after he takes en passant, yes, I will have this e6 pawn that's going to be a weakness. But, my rook is there to help, my queen is there, it shouldn't really be that big of a deal. In exchange for that one minor weakness, I will have an active bishop on f6, I think. I can even take with the rook, honestly. Okay. So I'll take. I think here I'll just play e5. I still have a better bishop than him. All my pawns are still on light squares, and his are on dark squares. So overall, I do have some advantage here, I would say, because I have more active pieces. Okay, so he takes. I'll take back. I'm not sure if that was the smartest choice for him, because now this c3 is a problem, the d4 square. There's some issues. But probably not enough to really, you know, have caused any serious damage to black's position or anything like that. So if knight b2, queen is gonna want to go to e3. I don't have much of a choice but to either take the bishop, or I can't play bishop d6 basically because he's gonna play f6. That's the problem. I'm thinking just queen f6 here. If bishop takes, I take back with the queen. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and take that. Excuse me. Got these allergies that have come up recently. Okay, so now let's get our knight to c4. Great square for the knight. Good outpost square. He also has a pretty good square up for his knight on d4. But, there's always going to be a problem with the c3 pawn for right now. So he's going to probably try to play c4, but then that's why we're putting our knight on c4. So that'll never happen. Okay, so knight c4. And maybe I'll even play knight d2 and knight e4 next if he lets me, if he allows it. So e4 is an even better square for my knight than c4, honestly. trying to think of what he might do. Maybe he'll plan tonight on e6, possibly at some point. Maybe he'll play b5, like a4, b5. Go for that kind of attack on my pawns on the queen side. That's another option. So he's definitely planning knight e6 or rook e6. So now is a good time to go ahead and try to plug that e-file and attack the pawn on c3 as well. Alright, so rook e6 came on the board. So knight e4, he takes my queen, I take his queen, he takes with check. I take, he takes my knight, and I'm losing. So can't do that. Queen f7, he may have f6, possibly. Queen d8 is kind of... I think I'm going to play queen f7. Because I want to be able to play the move... So after f6, g6, rook e7 might happen, huh? It's getting pretty complicated with this attack. After f6, though, I do have in-between move knight e4. So if this knight were to move right now, say from d4 to somewhere, say like, I don't know, b3 or something, I can just take this rook on e6. Because after f takes e6, queen f1 check, rook takes, and rook takes is checkmate. Let's play this one. Next, I think I have rook e8 coming next. Although, pretty sure here he'll play rook e7 maybe. Oh, there's some problems. Rook e7, I have to play queen f6. Then he can take on b7. He can trade queens and take on b7. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. I'm tied down to g7 pawn right now. Man, yeah. Now if rook e8 takes... Take his queen, takes my rook, I take. It's definitely one option. This is better. If it takes b7, I'll take it on c3. So now I take on c3. If then, well, he's a little bit better here, that's for sure. Come back and vehemently defend. Aggressively defend. That's another problem now. This c6 pawn is weak. Maybe I'd play here. Now knight c4 and knight takes f5 are both options. Potential options. Most likely I'll take on f5 because c6 is probably going to be gone anyway here. I'm not going to be able to hold on to that pawn much longer. Here I'll just take here. Take back. Rook takes c6. Maybe I play rook f8. I don't know. Big problematic scenario here. I may have to give up that pawn on d5 actually. Oh no, oh, what did I just do that for? He's just gonna take on d5 without any... Ugh. That was ridiculous. I could have checked and played rook a3 even. Ugh. I mean rook a1, sorry. I'm definitely losing now. Oh wow. Not much to do here. Not much I can do here at all. He's just gonna push b5. There's nothing much I can do about that. He's got a passed pawn and all looks good for him. Yep. Now rook takes d5 and he defends, or even a4. He'll defend everything. Rook takes d5, there's rook c4, then b6, then rook takes a4, b7, and I am in a lot of trouble. Maybe play here. takes. Nothing here. Nothing to do. I'm losing. That's game. Well, it's a very tough loss in that endgame there. I've kind of been on a losing streak recently, and I need to fix that. Actually, I need to really fix and work on that. Anyway, let's look at this. So all this is pretty standard stuff. E6, bishop d3, takes, and then knight d7 is what I played. Queen a5 check, followed by queen a6, I think is a line here. Yeah, that's what it is. Just trade off the queens right away. Or at least offered that queen trade. So this is, yeah, I've seen this kind of stuff before. But instead I played knight d7. He castled, and I played knight e7. Then knight f5. Let's see if I ever come back to theory in this position ever. In this game. Nope, from here on there's no more theory, so knight f5 is the last, what breaks the theory. So knight f5 is, yeah, definitely nothing wrong with it. As the engine is saying, it's definitely playable. And then I played knight h4 to try to get rid of the two knights. And yeah, I doubt there's anything wrong with that move either. Just a natural move. Trying to reduce some pieces so that there's no possibility of a kingside attack. You know, as the pieces get traded off, especially the knights, the chances of successful attack are also less. Castle. So the knight b6. Now I played knight a4. f4, I played f5. I played e5. Yep. Computer is definitely fine with all these different moves. Knight b2, but instead I took. Now here. Then I went into c4. This is kind of where I think he starts getting a little advantage. Is he really uses this e-file to his advantage. And I tried my best to plug the e-file, but he definitely got his pieces in there quickly. See, knight, rook and queen both entered really fast. So here, maybe I should have played rook e8. Yeah, that's what my mistake was. It's just I needed to play rook e8 right away. It's too slow. Because after rook e7, he gets significant advantage now. Yep. Rook takes b7. Knight takes here. So what should I have done instead? Rook f7 to try to challenge that rook. Okay, I see. Now I came back. He came and attacked this guy now. I mean, I just have too many weaknesses now. C6 is a major problem now. And the rook on b7 is very active. Takes. Then he took that pawn. And at this point, I'm just losing because there's no way to really defend both the a5 and the d5 pawns. I mean, the a7 and the d5 pawns at the same time. And also, he's got the 2-on-1 majority coming my way on the queen side. So this is a very difficult position to defend. And yeah, he played this position extremely well. Very well played. It's over at that point. So, yeah, this was a tough rook endgame. Hopefully you guys learned something from this one as well. And I hope to catch you in my next video.